My name is Scott Hill, and I'm here with Emily Casper, and we're here to talk to you about sports this week, get you back caught up on the Talon. Now, first up, Emily, for us is March Madness is right here. And first off, I'm curious to know, who do you think is going to win, and when will the Eagles be back in the tournament?
Well, I always feel like Duke is probably a good pick for March Madness. You know, they always show passion out on the court. They have a great history. I don't know, that's probably my pick this year.
That's a good one as any. Personally, I'm picking Indiana. Indiana's a 5 seed. They're definitely not expected to win the national championship, but they have a lot of good players, and I have a bunch of friends at that school, so I'll be rooting for them, and I've watched them a bunch. And they won the Big Ten, which is a good conference for what it's worth. And I'm hoping the Eagles get back in the NCAA tournament in the next 2 or 3 years. I think we have a good head coach, and that we're capable enough, but it's really anybody's guess on that one. How many years would you say?
I would think it might take a little longer just for the sentiments of this season to lose, for the effect of that to wear off. I'd say it's going to take a couple more generations of 4-year players, if that makes sense.
Okay, so pessimistic. Well, anyways, Emily, so the Boston Celtics are doing very well this season and currently sit in 3rd place in the Eastern Conference. But they just lost one of their star players to an injury. Jay Crowder's going to be out 2 weeks with a high ankle sprain. Do you think this will slow down their momentum?
I think it's not going to make too much of a difference for the Celtics. I feel like he's a solid player, but as a program, they're doing really well, and it won't affect them on a larger scale.
I totally agree with you. They have a lot of really good players that they can kind of plug in at that situation. And Jay's been excellent, and he's been a big steal considering that they didn't think he would be worth anything when they got him last year. But with him out now, they'll throw in another cog and they'll just keep rolling because it's a really just well-managed organization, like you said. Do you think they're going to win the championship?
Sure. I think they have a good chance.
And now you're so positive, so optimistic.
I need to work on my super fanness.
Yeah, if only could have felt this way about BC. Anyways, now let's turn our attention to the New England Patriots, who made big news today by trading star defensive player Chandler Jones for offensive lineman Jonathan Cooper and a 2nd-round draft pick. What do you think about that trade?
I feel like it's pretty solid. I've heard that Jones is not the best for the team. He's not super reliable. He could have an effect on other players, and so I think this draft pick and the defensive lineman will probably be a good move.
I think you're totally right. I mean, character concerns are big.
Yeah.
Now, we don't want him, teaching other players bad habits, and maybe they stop, making their beds in the morning or, eating their green vegetables.
That.
Yeah, that's not the influence you would want, particularly in such a stable, good organization as the Patriots. That's just not what you're looking for. But anyways, let's turn our attention now to the Boston College's hockey teams, and perhaps we'll be more optimistic here than with the basketball. Do you think both programs will win a national championship this year, or maybe just one? What do you think?
Definitely going to be more positive about our hockey program than our basketball program. I think that the women have such a strong chance of winning. They're the clear winners of this championship. And the men, I think they've been a little wishy-washy this season, but they definitely also have a solid chance.
Yeah, I think you're right. The women's team, they haven't lost or tied a single game all year.
It's incredible.
Which is, and I don't expect that to change.
Yeah.
But the girls don't always get the fan support that you would hope for.
Yeah.
And so I kind of wonder if that's going to come into play. And maybe
it can definitely affect a team's mentality.
Yeah. And what if the other team is a great crowd?
That could be all the difference, So.
That really could. And for the boys, I mean, they're so talented, but they're kind of hit or miss, and you never know which team's really going to show up. But that concludes it for the Talon this week, everybody. I hope you enjoyed spring break and are ready for Easter break coming up. It's crazy we don't even go to school in March. But everybody enjoy. And again, this is Scott Hill and Emily Casper, and have a good night, everybody.